This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
I didn't force anyone to sell Aircel, says Ndtv-Hindu, hitting back hours after Sivashankaran told CBI that he was forced by the telecom department.
Mr. Sivashankaran is not a millionaire, he's a multi-billionaire. No one can force anyone to sell the business.
First, she reached out to the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister seeking more water. Now Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha wants the Prime Minister to sanction more power to the state. In yet another major reshuffle, 4 new Inspector Generals are appointed. Sailendra Babu is Inspector General North Zone, while KP Mahendran is ADGP Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. Top Congress leaders keep mum over Karunanidhi's allegation on centre being responsible for Kanimuri's plight. A feeble denial comes from a first MLA. Ndtv-Hindu special investigation reveals that foreign porn stars double up as yoga instructors right here in Chennai. Good evening and welcome to Headlines Now. A big lineup of news coming your way here on Ndtv-Hindu. Ndtv-Hindu has made headlines yet again with his response to strong allegations from the former Aircel owner. Now, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister also makes an urgent request for power to the Prime Minister as the state struggles to find power stability. And yet another reshuffle in the police department, 15 new postings have been announced. We get you all that and much more on this power-packed bulletin. But first, the national headlines now. An attempted assault on Congress General Secretary Janardhan Dwivedi during a press conference on Ramdev. The NDA meets the President and demands a special Parliament session. Rashtrapati Bhavan responds to Advani's interview to NDTV. The Congress versus the government on Ramdev's eviction. Anil Shastri tweets, it is the Manmohan Singh's government decision, not the party's. Why and in what situation was Ramdev evicted? The Supreme Court issues notice to the central and Delhi governments. Rafael Nadal beats Roger Federer to equal Bjorn Borg's 6 French Open titles. He retains the world #1 ranking. And the Greenathon is a huge success. Collects over 11 crores, enough to light 580 villages. Our top story tonight on Headlines Now. The drama continues to swell around Ndtv-Hindu this evening. Whether or not he was the forceful hand for the sale of the telecom company Aircel, we are yet to find out. The CBI is yet to find out. Now, the former telecom minister now says that he did not in fact force anyone to sell Aircel, that Aircel wanted to sell itself way back in 2004 before he was even telecom minister, and wondered why Sivashankaran was making the allegation after 6 years. This was Ndtv-Hindu's refutal to allegations hitting him hard just few hours ago from former Aircel owner C. Sivashankaran, who told the CBI that he was strangulated by the telecom department and that Mr. Maran forced him to sell the company without any real offer of value.
At first, let me say I'm not going to react to any speculations at this moment. Moreover, I was not trying to avoid you of any kind. Please do understand that is more than 6 to 7 year old history, which I myself have to familiarize myself before giving the facts to you. Although most of your channels have been trying to make a story today saying that I had forced, arm twisted, strangulated person to sell his business to another person, Let me tell you that Mr. Sivashankaran is not a millionaire, he's a multi-billionaire. No one can force anyone to sell the business. Moreover, the company Aircel Ventures, which was mentioned, and I have a paper cutting of Economic Times in April 2004. The company was for sale. It was reported in Economic Times. In June 2004, Economic Times says Hutch buys Aircel for 1,600 crores. Times of India prints their interview of Mr. Sivashankaran saying that I don't know what to do with 1,200 crore money after his successful sale. The Hindu also states on 26/6/2004 that Hutchison buys Aircel for 1,600 crore deal. I've already given to you. I hope you go through it. And in fact, in February 4, 2005, Economic Times reports the Russian firm Sistma is in a deal to pick up 49% stake in Aircel. The same is also reflected on the February 4, 2005 Hindu. Russian firm offers to Aircel, the Sterling Group. So the paper clippings I've given to you pretty clearly prove that this particular company was parading itself much before I even became a minister. And as I stated before, I've never had to force anyone to do business or to sell the business. And moreover, let me tell you, if someone feels forced, they could have always gone to the courts and got a remedy to it. Nothing of that kind happened. It's sad that today, when I'm accused, I know the media wants to judge me. But please, as I said, I also have to put my facts, and I also have more facts which I, if needed, will address the appropriate authorities and prove my innocence.
Dayanidhi Maran there on a defensive stand against all the allegations that have been pouring in on him. Now, after having reached out to Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister for more water, now Amma has sent an SOS message to Dr. Manmohan Singh for sanctioning of more power for the state of Tamil Nadu. She requested for an addition of 1,000 megawatts from June 2011 to May 2012 from the central pool. Amma has also emphasized the difficult times in which the industries, the agriculture and domestic consumers have been through. The AIDMK Supremo added that the severe power shortage had affected food production and central power projects such as Kudangulam Atomic Power Station and Neyveli Thermal Power Station as well. The state of Tamil Nadu has played witness to many a reshuffle in the police department, and it hasn't ended just yet. 4 new Inspector Generals have been appointed. Selendar Babu is Inspector General North Zone, while KP Mahendran is ADGP Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. Other prominent reshuffles include SK Dogra, who is the new ADGP of Prisons. Ashish Bengra holds the post of ADGP Economic Offences Wing, and also KC Mahali is the IG of the Central Zone. Abhash Kumar is the Inspector General South Zone, and Manju Nada is the Inspector General for Crime, along with many other reshuffles. Top Congress leaders might have chosen to keep mum over Karunanidhi's first-time allegations that the centre is responsible for imprisonment of his daughter and also the DMK MP Kanimuri. However, there has been a feeble response of denial emerging from a first-time MLA. Now, the State Congress whip in the Assembly and Villavan Code MLA S. Vijayadharani strongly stated that the central government had nothing to do with Kanimuri's arrest and that the CBI had taken all the action under Supreme Court supervision.
Certain personal feelings he has, which he has expressed it in a way in a meeting. But he has not directly commented upon, as far as I know, he has not directly commented upon anything against the Congress party. But however, whatever he has felt, he has told. But as far as Congress party is concerned, it's very clear that the CBI is doing its duty and the Supreme Court has its involvement in the case. And the CBI, as you all know, is an autonomous body, and no party or government has any role to play with the investigation of the CBI.
Moving on now, another gruesome murder in Tamil Nadu, this time at Vaniyambadi. Kamala Kannan, a DMK district committee member, was brutally killed in the wee hours of the morning. The 47-year-old victim was reportedly on his way to a relative's house when an unidentified gang surrounded and attacked him near the Vaniyambadi bus stand. Kamala Kannan died on the spot and his body was moved to the government hospital for post-mortem. Meanwhile, a special team has been formed and investigation is underway. It is still unclear, however, whether the attack stemmed from personal vendetta or otherwise. The British High Commissioner Richard Bragg and former West Bengal Governor Gopalakrishna Gandhi today met Chief Minister Jayalalitha at the Secretariat. Richard Bragg's meeting with the Chief Minister was called a courteous call, and Gopalakrishna Gandhi discussed Chennai heritage protection with the Chief Minister.
I was just paying a first call on the new Chief Minister to congratulate her on her success and to offer her our support over the next 5 years in her challenge of taking the state forward and increasing prosperity and development. So we feel that the UK and Tamil Nadu have a long history, and that we should be able to help some of her ambitions, and we just discussed some of these ideas in a very preliminary way today, and I'm going to be seeing her Chief Secretary later today to take forward these ideas.
Meeting the Honourable Chief Minister after many years, and I have placed before her for her consideration certain suggestions pertaining to heritage conservation, ecological preservation and governance related issues.
Well, it's time to slip into a short break here on Headlines Now. But on the other side, the slipper act of attack continues, this time on Congress General Secretary Janardhan Dwivedi. Find out where and why on the other side.